On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Theme.
A subject or topic of discourse or artistic representation.
Examples:
Theme park. Central theme. The theme of the novel is the corrupting influence of power.
Tense.
Unable to relax because of being nervous or worried, stretched tight or rigid.
Examples:
Tense atmosphere. Have a tense face. This story makes me tense.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
Resist temptation. Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Greatly.
To an extraordinary extent or degree, very much.
Examples:
Greatly affect the situation. Greatly support that player. They greatly admired our actions.
Thorough.
Done completely, significantly careful and accurate.
Examples:
Thorough investigation. Provide thorough analysis. A thorough brushing helps to keep your mouth fresh.
Professional.
Having or showing the skill appropriate to a particular job, competent or skillful.
Examples:
Professional athlete. Certified professional secretary. He has a professional demeanor and always presents himself in a polished manner.
Stray.
To move about aimlessly or without any destination, to move away from the right course or place where you should be.
Examples:
Stray beyond the confines. Stray from a rule. Tourists often get lost and stray into a restricted area.
Crayon.
A stick of colored wax, charcoal, chalk, or other material used for drawing or coloring. Verb, to draw or color with crayons, which are sticks of colored wax, chalk, or charcoal used for drawing or coloring.
Examples:
Crayon drawing. Crayon her coloring books. The teacher handed out several different colored crayons to each student.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. Dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Inflict.
To cause harm, injury, or suffering to someone or something.
Examples:
Inflict a heavier tax. Inflict a hard blow. The storm inflicted significant damage on the town.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Monologue.
A solo speech or performance given by one person, typically in a theatrical or storytelling context, and often used to reveal aspects of the speaker's thoughts, feelings, or backstory.
Examples:
Inner monologue. Deliver a monologue. The actor's monologue was so powerful that the audience was moved to tears.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Storytelling.
The act or art of narrating or writing stories.
Examples:
Storytelling performance. Courtroom storytelling. She was skilled in storytelling techniques, such as using different voices for other characters.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Alien.
A person who comes from a different country, race, or group, a form of life assumed to exist outside the Earth or its atmosphere.
Examples:
Alien fungi. Resident aliens. Alien species have drastically altered the ecosystem in this area.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples.
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Nonsense.
An idea, behavior, or something spoken or written that has no meaning or makes no sense or that is silly or unacceptable.
Examples.
Talk nonsense. Sheer nonsense. The parents spoke to their children in no-nonsense tones.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples.
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples.
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples.
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Infantile.
Relating to or characteristic of infants or infancy, behaving in an immature or childish manner, lacking maturity or sophistication.
Examples.
Infantile paralysis. Infantile colic. His infantile behavior was unacceptable for someone his age.
Essence.
The basic or most important part or quality of something that makes it what it is.
Examples.
Vanilla essence. Universal essence. University teaches the art of understanding the essence of the matter.
Novel.
An extended fictional work in prose, usually in the form of a story, adjective, original and of a kind not seen before.
Examples.
Historical novel. Novel effect. The novel has largely gotten positive feedback.
Mere.
Used to emphasize how insignificant or minor someone or something is.
Examples.
Mere acquaintance. Mere incident. He lost the election by mere votes.
Erotic.
Relating to or arousing sexual desire or excitement, considered taboo or provocative.
Examples:
erotic novel, erotic dance. The painting contained subtle erotic undertones.
Writ.
A written legal order or command.
Examples:
a writ of summons, issue a writ. He was served with a writ of eviction, giving him the notice to vacate the property.
Viol.
A stringed instrument, typically with 6 strings and frets, played with a bow, also called a viola da gamba.
Examples:
viol instrument, viol music. The viol player was rehearsing for an upcoming concert.
Scope.
The range of one's perceptions, thoughts, or actions, or a subject that.
Examples:
scope of a project. Have broad scope. The scope of human thought is diverse.
Anxious.
Worried and nervous.
Examples:
anxious about his health. An anxious look. He cast anxious glances behind her.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
a scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Monstrous.
Extremely large or evil, or having a frightening appearance.
Examples:
a monstrous iceberg. Monstrous behavior. The giant wave was monstrous and destroyed the small boat.
Vermin.
Small animals, such as rats and mice, that are considered to be harmful.
Examples:
plague of vermin. Vermin control. She set traps to catch the vermin in her house.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Metamorphosis.
A profound or dramatic change in form, structure, or condition, a transformation, the process by which an animal or insect undergoes a physical transformation, such as growth, development, or maturation.
Examples:
metamorphosis process. Undergo a metamorphosis. The butterfly's metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a winged creature is a wonder of nature.
Unjust.
Not fair or equitable, lacking in justice or impartiality, morally unacceptable or wrong.
Examples:
unjust verdict. Unjust accusation. The ruling was considered unjust by many people in the community.
Justify.
To provide a valid or reasonable explanation, reasoning, or evidence in support of a belief, action, or decision, to defend or vindicate something as right or valid.
Examples:
Justify my beliefs. Justify your decision. The lawyer tried to justify his client's actions by presenting evidence of their difficult upbringing.
Masterpiece.
A work of art that is exceptionally good or highly skilled, an outstanding achievement.
Examples:
Literary masterpiece. Masterpiece painting. The painting is considered an absolute masterpiece of the Renaissance period.
Contemporary.
Belonging to the same or present time.
Examples:
Field of contemporary art. Contemporary leaders. Contemporary music has gained different followers from existing music.
Literature.
Written works, such as novels, plays, poems, or short stories that are considered to have artistic or intellectual value.
Examples:
Popular literature. Review of the literature. The literature of the Romantic period is known for its emotion and imagination.
Sand.
Finely granulated particles of rock or mineral material, typically found along beaches, deserts, or riverbeds, used in construction, landscaping, and other applications requiring drainage or abrasive action.
Examples:
Sand dunes. Sand castle. The sand on the beach was warm and golden.
Useless.
Not serving any useful purpose, having no practical result.
Examples:
Useless information. Useless in the kitchen. The old, rusty tools were now useless and had to be thrown away.
Bet.
To risk money on the result of an event or a competition, such as a race or game, to get more money, to have faith or confidence in something.
Examples:
Bet on a race. Bet my future. I bet that you know it.
Primitive.
Of or relating to an early stage of society with no industry or technological development, simple, naive, or old-fashioned in style.
Examples:
Primitive society. Artifact of a primitive humankind. The industry in this country is still primitive.
Stud.
A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb, to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples:
Horse stud. Wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Artistic.
Of or relating to art or artist, satisfying aesthetic standards and sensibilities.
Examples:
An artistic photograph. Promising entrepreneurs often have a high artistic sensibility.
Ridiculous.
Very silly or unreasonable and deserving to be laughed at.
Examples:
A ridiculous amount of money. A ridiculous suggestion. Everyone regarded the theory he advocated as ridiculous, but was later proven correct.
Skit.
A short, often humorous performative piece or act, typically performed in a comic or satirical tone or style, as part of a variety show or a theatrical or musical performance.
Examples:
Comedy skit. Political skit. The comedy group performed a hilarious skit about life in quarantine.
Idiot.
A foolish or stupid person who lacks common sense or judgment, a derogatory term used to describe someone who is mentally deficient.
Examples:
Idiot driver. What an idiot. He acted like an idiot and spilled his drink all over the floor.
Mischievous.
Causing or showing a fondness for playfully causing trouble, harmful or troublesome, especially in a playful or amusing way.
Examples:
Mischievous grin. Mischievous sense of humor. The mischievous child played pranks on his siblings all day long.
Proof.
A fact or piece of information that shows something is true or exists.
Examples:
Documentary proof. A geometric proof. Proof is better than argument.
Tire.
To become weary or fatigued, often due to physical or mental exertion. To cause someone to feel weary or fatigued. Noun, a rubber covering that is placed around the rim of a wheel, which provides traction and absorbs shock while driving.
Examples:
Tire my patience. Tire pressure. I need to tire out my dog with a long walk so that he will sleep through the night.
Overnight.
Lasting for or occurring during one night, occurring or changing extremely quickly or suddenly, happening or being achieved in a short amount of time.
Examples:
Overnight parking. Overnight success. The overnight package delivery arrived at my door this morning.
Overtime.
Time worked beyond the regular or agreed upon hours of work, often resulting in additional pay or compensation for the employee.
Examples:
Overtime hours. Overtime work. The company's policy on overtime states that employees will be compensated for any additional hours worked.
Tiring.
causing fatigue, exhaustion, or boredom.
Examples:
Mentally tiring. Tiring day. The tiring hike through the mountains was worth it for the stunning views.
Fatigue.
A feeling of tiredness or weariness, especially as a result of physical or mental exertion. The reduction in the strength or efficiency of a material or structure due to repeated use or stress.
Examples:
Fatigue breaking. Fatigue caused by overwork. The metal showed signs of fatigue after being subjected to repeated stress.
Gentle.
Having or showing a kindly or tender nature, soft and mild.
Examples:
In a gentle voice. Gentle downward slope. Her gentle manner relaxed everyone there.
Exception.
Something that is not included in a general rule or pattern, a person or thing that is excluded or stands apart from others.
Examples:
Make an exception. Without exception. She was the exception to the rule, as she managed to graduate college in only 2 years.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Pastime.
An activity that is enjoyable and done for leisure or entertainment purposes, such as a hobby or game.
Examples:
A familiar pastime. National pastime. I enjoy gardening as a pastime during my free time.
Ballet.
A type of performance dance that tells a dramatic story or expresses an idea with music, but no talking or singing.
Examples:
A ballet enthusiast. Ballet lessons. She is a leading female classical ballet dancer.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Elementary.
Relating to the first principles or fundamental parts of a subject, fundamental or basic, often used to refer to a school or level of education that covers the fundamental principles of various subjects.
Examples:
Elementary math. Elementary level. Elementary school students must learn basic math and reading skills.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position, a system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something.
Examples:
Emotional prop, prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Grade.
A particular level of quality, size, importance, etc.
Examples:
Boys in the 12th grade. Students at all grade levels. Departments may set requirements for a higher grade point average.
Drawing.
The act of making a picture with a pencil, pen, or other instruments on paper, cardboard, or other material.
Examples:
Technical drawing. Drawing for design. She is talented at drawing and has won several awards for her artwork.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
A speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Diligent.
Showing or characterized by care and effort in your work or duties.
Examples:
A diligent person. A diligent search of the files. The diligent detective investigated all clues.
Eager.
Showing enthusiasm and a strong desire or interest to do something.
Examples:
Eager anticipation. With eager eyes. The children were eager to start the treasure hunt.
Sketch.
A simple, quickly made picture that does not have many details, a short descriptive summary of something.
Examples:
A penciled sketch. First design sketches. Yesterday, I created a rough sketch of the plan.
Perch.
To sit, stand, or rest on something, particularly a narrow or elevated surface, to position oneself confidently or dominantly, to place something in a high or elevated position. Noun, a branch or other elevated place where a bird can rest or roost.
Examples:
Perch on a ledge. Perch of a bird of prey. The bird perched on the branch, watching the world below.
Branch.
A division of a tree or woody shrub that grows out from the trunk or a main stem, a division of some larger or more complex organization.
Examples:
Branch office. A branch pipe. The branch of the tree had fallen and blocked the road.
Talent.
A natural ability to be good at something, someone who has a natural ability to be good at something.
Examples:
A person of diverse talents. Raw talent. Numerous great professional sports talents have come from this city.
Rascal.
A mischievous or playful person often used affectionately, a rogue or scoundrel.
Examples:
Mischievous rascal. Street rascal. Despite being a rascal in his youth, he grew up to be a respectable man.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Palace.
The residence of a high-ranking official, such as a king, queen, etc.
Examples:
A palace garden. Ancestral palace. The imperial palace is currently undergoing reforms.
Drag.
To pull or haul with force.
Examples:
Drag a chair over. Drag a team down. He dragged the heavy suitcase behind him as he walked.
Utterly.
Completely or absolutely.
Examples:
Utterly changed. Utterly ignorant. We are utterly opposed to any form of terrorism.
Mortify.
To cause extreme embarrassment, shame, or humiliation, to subdue or discipline one's bodily passions or desires.
Examples:
Mortify his ego. Mortify the body. My parents used to mortify me by telling embarrassing stories about me in front of my friends.
Explanation.
The information or arguments that someone provides to make something understandable or clear.
Examples:
The explanation for the failure. Detailed explanation. The following explanation is currently being used to explain the phenomenon in question.
Excuse.
A reason or explanation, either true or invented, given to justify a fault or defend your behavior. Verb, to make someone free from blame or clear from guilt.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Perfect excuse. He quickly fabricated an excuse for not attending the meeting.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Seldom.
Not often, rarely.
Examples:
Seldom try to walk. Seldom fluctuate. He seldom went out to socialize, preferring to spend evenings at home.
Unfair.
Not giving equal treatment or opportunities to people involved, marked by injustice, partiality, or deception.
Examples:
Unfair employment practices. Have an unfair advantage. In a democracy, it is necessary to monitor the judiciary to see if it is making unfair decisions.
Pun.
A humorous play on words or use of words that sound similar but have different meanings, often for a comedic effect, a form of wordplay.
Examples:
Witty pun. Silly pun. The comedian's pun had the audience laughing out loud.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Wallpaper.
A decorative paper or fabric that is applied to walls or ceilings to enhance their appearance, a digital image used as a background on a computer screen.
Examples:
Floral wallpaper. Textured wallpaper. I found a retro-inspired wallpaper for my bathroom that matches the vintage sink and bathtub.
Lame.
Having a limp or difficulty walking due to an injury or disability.
Examples:
A lame older man. Lame apology. The lame horse was unable to race.
Untitled.
Not named or titled, not given a title or official designation.
Examples:
Untitled song. Untitled manuscript. The exhibit featured several untitled paintings by the famous artist.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Void.
An empty space, a feeling of emptiness, adjective, lacking any legal or binding force.
Examples:
Void of expression. Void contract. The void in her heart was filled with the love of her family.
Interpretation.
An explanation or opinion of something, especially that is not immediately obvious.
Examples:
The interpretation of history. Open to interpretation. His interpretations of literary works are often unique.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Amateur.
Engaging in an activity or pursuing a particular interest without professional knowledge, training, or experience, non-professional.
Examples:
An amateur magician. An amateur musician. The amateur photographer captured some stunning shots during the sunset.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Handlebar.
A horizontal bar or rod attached to the front fork of a bicycle, motorcycle, or other vehicles, used as a handle for steering the vehicle.
Examples:
Handlebar mustache. Grip handlebar. My bike's handlebar is loose and needs to be tightened before I can ride it safely.
Bull.
A male bovine animal, an investor who has a positive outlook on the market or a particular investment and buys with the expectation of prices increasing.
Examples:
Bull market. Bullfighter. The farmer raised a bull on his ranch for breeding purposes.
Convincing.
Able to make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
A convincing victory. Convincing biochemical explanation. I found her assertion pretty convincing.
Urine.
A liquid byproduct of metabolism in humans and in many other animals that are released from the body when you urinate.
Examples:
Urine composition. Blood in the urine. They collected a urine specimen for urinalysis.
Fountain.
A structure usually consisting of a basin and a jet of water that is sprayed into the air, often used for decoration or as a source of drinking water.
Examples:
Fountain plaza. Decorative fountain. The fountain in the park provided a relaxing atmosphere.
Gap.
A conspicuous disparity or difference separates something such as a figure, people, their opinions, situation, etc.
Examples:
The gap between ideal and reality. Distance gap. Many people are working together to close the gender gap.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Choke.
To prevent or obstruct the normal breathing or swallowing of someone or something.
Examples:
Choke with anger. Choke off the blood supply. The baby started to choke on a piece of apple.
Oppress.
To treat people in a cruel and authoritarian way, especially by denying them the same freedoms, rights, etc. as other people.
Examples:
Oppress the minority. Oppress the people with force. Historically, many countries have often oppressed certain religions to gain the support of the majority of the population.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Banish.
To send away or exile, especially permanently or as a punishment, to ban or prohibit.
Examples:
Banish all terrors. Banish my wrinkles. The queen banished the traitor from the kingdom.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples:
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Mime.
A form of acting or performance in which gestures, body movements, and facial expressions are used to convey meaning or tell a story without the use of spoken words. A performer who specializes in this art form.
Examples:
Hilarious mime act. Mime artist. The mime's silent performance captivated the audience, leaving them in awe.
Riff.
To play a short, repeated, tuneful phrase, often used in jazz and rock. To improvise or go off on a humorous tangent. Noun, a short, repeated, tuneful phrase.
Examples:
Rock and roll riff. Riff off the audience's reactions. She began to riff on the theme of love lost in her poetry.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Troll.
A person who makes inflammatory or off-topic posts on the internet, a supernatural creature often portrayed as a giant or dwarf that lives in isolated areas. Verb, to fish by dragging a baited line through the water behind a boat.
Examples:
Feed a troll. Copyright troll. He was banned from the online forum for being a troll and causing trouble.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Castle.
A large building, typically of the medieval period, fortified against attack with thick walls, battlements, towers, and often a moat.
Examples:
The ruins of a castle. Castle moat. The medieval castle was surrounded by a moat and had high walls for protection.
Impulse.
A sudden strong and unreflective wish or need to do something, the electrical discharge that travels along a nerve fiber.
Examples:
A combative impulse. Profound religious impulses. Nerve impulses cross a synapse through the action of neurotransmitters.
Suppress.
To bring something under control by force or authority, to put an end by force.
Examples:
Suppress a yawn. Suppress a revolt. The doctor prescribed medication to suppress the patient's appetite.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Jealousy.
A feeling of resentment or bitterness towards someone because they have something that you desire.
Examples:
Jealousy feeling towards another person. Burn with jealousy. His jealousy of his brother's success caused a rift in their relationship.
Praise.
An expression that shows approval and admiration of the achievements or characteristics of someone or something.
Examples:
Attain critical praise. Universal praise. The drama series mainly received praise.
Envy.
To experience a feeling of jealousy or resentment towards someone because of their possessions, qualities, or achievements. To desire to have something that someone else has. Noun, a feeling of resentment or jealousy towards someone else's perceived advantage or success.
Examples:
Envy his success. Feeling envy toward him. I can't help but envy my friend's ability to stay calm in stressful situations.
Dictator.
A political leader who has complete power over a country, especially one who has obtained control by force.
Examples:
Military dictator. A dictator with enormous powers. A popular uprising led to the overthrow of the dictator.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples:
Evil ways. A charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Drama.
A play in a theater, television, or radio, or performance on a stage.
Examples:
Secular drama. Upcoming crime drama. She had an audition for drama school.
Dram.
A small unit of weight used for measuring liquids, particularly whiskey and other alcoholic beverages.
Examples:
Have not one dram of learning. Scotch dram. He poured himself a dram of whiskey to relax after a long day at work.
Likewise.
In the same way.
Examples:
Do likewise. Please revise likewise. He is tall and likewise strong.
Rarely.
Not happening often, infrequently, seldom.
Examples:
Rarely seen. Rarely used. I rarely eat fast food because I prefer healthy options.
Miserable.
Very unhappy, uncomfortable, or unpleasant, causing great distress or suffering.
Examples:
Miserable weather. Miserable experience. She felt miserable after her dog passed away.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Assignment.
A duty or task given to someone, usually as part of their job or studies.
Examples:
Finish the assignment. Assignment of interest. My assignment was overwhelming and complicated, but it was also exciting.
Blank.
Without any writing or printing, empty or devoid of ideas, information, or meaning, unable to remember or recall information.
Examples:
Blank expression. Blank paper. The computer screen displayed nothing but a blank white screen.
Unfortunate.
Having bad luck or fortune, unlucky.
Examples:
An unfortunate orphan. An unfortunate situation. The unfortunate accident caused many injuries and some fatalities.
Childhood.
The state or time of being a child.
Examples:
Since childhood. Childhood development. He had fond memories of his childhood spent playing in the park with his friends.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Devil.
A supernatural being typically represented in belief systems as an evil or mischievous spirit, often used metaphorically to describe a person or thing that is harmful, dangerous, or wicked.
Examples:
Devil's advocate. Devil horns. There are various ways to ward off the devil, including prayer and holy water.
Creep.
To move slowly, quietly, and carefully, usually to avoid being seen or heard.
Examples:
Creep along the leaf. Creep toward the mouse. Aging creeps up slowly with time.
Handwriting.
The particular way in which a person writes, as distinct from printing or typing.
Examples:
Handwriting identification. Handwriting sample. The handwriting on the note was barely legible.
Deadline.
A date or period by which something must be done.
Examples:
Transfer deadline day. The deadline for applications. No matter what, we must have this done before the deadline.
Trance.
A state of altered consciousness in which a person may seem to be asleep or unconscious but, in reality, is highly responsive to suggestion. A state of being deeply absorbed in thought or feeling, often characterized by a heightened awareness of one's surroundings and emotions.
Examples:
Trance state. Meditative trance. The rhythmic beat of the drums kept the audience in a trance.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Nag.
To annoy or irritate someone persistently with repeated complaints, requests, or criticism. Noun, an old or overworked horse.
Examples:
Nag about the minor thing. Nag political leaders. She couldn't stop nagging her husband to take out the trash.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Spouse.
A person's husband, wife, or partner in marriage.
Examples:
Spouse tax deduction. Spouse visa. The spouse of the politician was a constant presence at campaign events.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Alcohol.
A clear liquid that can make people drunk and is used in medicines, cleaning products, etc.
Examples:
Stop drinking alcohol. Diluted alcohol. There is a clear association between alcohol consumption and cognitive decline.
Pragmatic.
Practical rather than idealistic.
Examples:
Pragmatic approach. Pragmatic politics. He was a pragmatic leader who made decisions based on what was practical rather than ideal.
Bold.
Brave, daring, and confident, not frightened of danger or afraid to say what you feel or to take risks.
Examples:
A bold design. Big, bold piano sounds. The effort to alleviate climate change needs bold action.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Cab.
A taxi or other vehicle that can be hired for transportation, the compartment from which a vehicle, such as a train or truck, is driven.
Examples:
Taxi cab, yellow cab. I hailed a cab to take me to the airport.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Banker.
A person who is in charge of or has an important job in a bank.
Examples:
Central bankers. Investment banker. Bankers are only willing to lend with good security.
Publicly.
In a manner accessible to or observable by the public, by the government.
Examples:
Publicly accessible record. Publicly financed schools. She publicly denounced the government's mishandling of the economic crisis.
Graham.
A type of flour made from whole wheat that has had the bran and germ removed and is often used to make crackers or cookies. A cracker made with this type of flour.
Examples:
Graham bread. Graham flour. I enjoyed my camping trip with friends, toasting marshmallows over a glowing graham cracker.
Legend.
An old story that may or may not be accurate regarding some persons and events, a well-known person who is admired by others for a long time, particularly in a particular field.
Examples:
Basketball legend. Legend of King Arthur. Many of the legends of the famous general came about hundreds of years after his death.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Aspiring.
Desiring or striving for recognition or advancement, wanting to be successful in life.
Examples:
Aspiring prime minister. Have aspiring eyes. He was extremely generous to the aspiring young artist.
Celebrated.
Renowned for possessing admirable attributes.
Examples:
Celebrated artist. Celebrated paper. 3 celebrated tenors performed during the president's inauguration.
Touched.
Affected emotionally or mentally, moved, showing a slight change or alteration.
Examples:
Touched-hearted audience. Emotionally touched by the speech. He gave a touched smile as he read the heartfelt message in the card from his daughter.